Hello foodies, welcome to Kem's Vegan Kitchen. Today I'm making some stewed jackfruit, or you could call it some mocktail or some vegan oxtail, whatever you call it. This is delicious. But before we get into the video, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend and tell another friend too. Let's go. So we're going to kick this off with our green jackfruit. So I'm using green jackfruit from the can. Make sure that the jackfruit you're using is green and not ripe. And I rinse it before I use it. Next, we're going to season our jackfruit and allow it to marinate. To our jackfruit, we're going to add some garlic, some chopped garlic, and the amount depends on the amount of garlic you like. Next, we're going to add in some all-purpose seasoning, and I'm using a seasoning mix that is gluten-free and also MSG-free. Next, we're going to add in some ground ginger. You can always use fresh grated ginger. I only had ground ginger at hand. And some onion powder. Next, we're going to add some vegetable cube. I'm using one vegetable cube, and this one is MSG free and gluten free and vegan. So this is just to add some extra flavor to our jackfruit. Our next ingredient is some thyme, and then we're going to add in some soy-free sauce. And you can always use regular soy sauce if you don't have a soy allergy or have a problem with soy. If you're gluten-free though, ensure to check that your soy sauce is gluten-free. Next, we're going to add in some browning, and you can get this in any Caribbean store or the Caribbean section of your regular supermarket. With clean hands, we're going to get into that jackfruit, and we're going to rub our seasoning in and ensure that each jackfruit is well seasoned, and then we're going to allow it to marinate for at least an hour, but it's okay if you only have 30 minutes. Now it's time to cook. We're going to start off by browning our sugar. So we're going to get a pot on the fire, and we're going to heat some oil, and then we're going to add in our brown sugar. After our sugar is brown, this will take a couple minutes. We're going to add in our jackfruit pieces, our seasoned jackfruit, and we're going to allow it to fry for a couple minutes. After frying your jackfruit pieces on the stove for a couple minutes, you're going to flip them over, and you're going to allow the next side to also fry. And this is a step that I encourage you not to skip, because this helps to develop, or just to give it that extra edge that you want for this recipe. It helps with the development of the good flavors that we are looking for. After frying for a couple minutes, you're going to add in your onion, your green bell pepper, and your tomatoes. And then we're going to also add in some green seasoning. So green seasoning is a mix of herb and spice that is used in Caribbean cooking. And there's a video on my Instagram at Kem's Vegan Kitchen where you can find a recipe, and I will try my best to add a recipe over here on YouTube. But it's an optional ingredient, you can always skip it. And then we're gonna stir that up a little bit, and we're gonna add in our green onion and our scotch bonnet pepper, a whole scotch bonnet pepper, so it's just there for flavor, not the heat. And this is also optional. You can add in black pepper. I don't eat black pepper, so I don't add black pepper. So we're gonna cover this, and we're gonna let it simmer for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna add in the remainder of our ingredients. We add our water, and now we're gonna add in our butter beans, and we're gonna mix that up, and we're gonna taste. Remember to taste, and adjust to your preference. Adjust your seasoning to your preference. So I did not add any salt to this because my all-purpose and my soy sauce substitute already has salt in it, but you can always add more if you like. So I'm adding a little bit more soy sauce substitute. I'm also adding a little bit more browning because the color wasn't given what it's supposed to give, and I'm gonna just mix that up, and I'm going to add in my ketchup. And I'm telling you, do not skip the ketchup. This might be vegan, but we're trying to stick to the original flavor. It should be given what it should be given, so don't go ahead and skip ingredients that I told you not to skip. So add that ketchup in for the extra flavor that we're looking for, and we're gonna let that simmer for a bit till it form a nice thick sauce or gravy, whatever you call it. Yes, foodie, that's it. This is it. It was so good. I had it all week. I mean, it was just given. It was just it was amazing. I've never had the real thing before, but if this what the people out there eating, I can see why they don't want to give it up, because it was so good. And I'm telling you, I'm not a greatest fan of jackfruit being cooked, green jackfruit being cooked, but jackfruit, like the way I just did it, was amazing. I enjoy every bit, and I serve it up with some rice and peas, and I had some salad inside and some plantain. But during the week I was out of rice, so I also had it with just some salad on the side. I also had it in some sandwich. It was just divine. It was amazing. The full recipe will be down in the description box below. Be sure to check that out, and also comment and tell me what you think about this recipe, and will you be trying it, and what else would you like to see me make. Thank you all for stopping by. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell another friend too. Until next time, what good.